Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be a bit of a rant about Amazon. The other day, I was expecting a delivery from Amazon, and as you'll see, because I was actually filming a video at the time, they got a knock at the door. Now, you can see from there when I hear them knocking at the door how quick I ran up. Now, when I ran up, they were nearly away next door. And the reason why I'd actually got this thing to be delivered yesterday was because I was actually off work and I wanted this to come, so that's why I delivered it, got it delivered then, so I can get delivered. I can weigh it in because I knew it was something big. It wouldn't fit through the letterbox. I was going to take it, and that would have been good. It wouldn't have been left anywhere. Now he was going to leave it next door. I knew there was nobody next door. Now would he have left it like behind the bin and all that type of stuff? I don't know. But anyway, I took it in, and as you'll see from this clip, you'll see that I was a bit less than enamored by the actual packaging it was in. Quick story I'll tell you about this. This happened. Oh, there's someone knocking the door. Now, can you see that? Another comes up there, yeah. So it says out for delivery, but when it gets that thing on, like countdown, well, the bloke standing out there is away. So when I heard the knock on the door and I thought, well, it can't be that. It's not even in the vicinity, for the time it's going to come. And he's going next door to drop it off next door, but he saw me and he passed it across. So I've got some more of those clear things to put me consolidate me movies into. I don't know if I need them, but I've got them. I've also got a vinyl here. Hopefully I'm going to say that the packaging in that is not as good as the other ones I usually get from, um, where's it? Amazon. So I'll open that one, and if it's a bit dodgy, they can get that changed. So after receiving it, I went and done a quick unboxing of it to see what it looked like inside. I've got a feeling it's not the usual way that Amazon usually send it to us. It's a vinyl. It's got a very flimsy packaging compared to what I usually get from them. It's got a few knocks on it as well, so I will go through it and just see what it's like here. And if there's any damage on it in any way, shape or form, especially for these vinyls, I will get it swapped. So, deep joy. I thought that was going to be deep folly. Yeah, I wouldn't say that was about the best way they could package something, but never know. The album, as you can see, is Kin by Mogwai. It's a soundtrack album that they did. I'm trying to think what year this was from. Maybe about 2016, I'm going to say, something like that. Let's give this the once over. See, look, see if it's got any. I can see one straight away. I can see that there. Now, I'm going to say to you on this video that this is £15, and yep, it looks like it's in good condition for that, but that's not good condition, and it's substandard packaging, so I'll be getting straight back to them. I'm not going to open this now. I'm just going to go and say, right, the corner was bent, so I am going to get a replacement one for this, and hopefully they'll put it in a better actual packaging. So there's a packaging that came in. Every corner's been dinged, got a knock there, and just to me, it's just not acceptable. Now I'll go more into the fact of what I think about that in a minute. I've got a few things from Amazon, and when they're in that box, like the bigger cardboard box inside the big cardboard box, I get them no problem. This is the one I haven't got them, the outer boxes actually, I threw them away. But this will show you that they can deliver and have something in a perfect condition if they want to. Now, on a quick side note, this album, I've always struggled with it when I listen to it in the car. It's not a great one to listen to in the car. And I thought it's not one of my go-to vinyls for craft work. I prefer later stuff. But on vinyl, this is amazing because you can kind of sit down. You haven't got no distractions of the cars because some of this is quite hard to make out when you're driving a car. and I thoroughly enjoyed this one. In fact, it went up really high in my rankings of Kraftwerk albums. But it just shows you, if they put the right packaging together, you can get a vinyl. And I've had about 3 from them, and they've all been perfect condition. So I put the damage down to this one as not being in the right packaging. So I got in touch with them. Now the thing is, I, I was I'd done a video, so I was going to say, if I spoke to anybody human, I was going to say I've done a video of this. I had all my backups to say, if they say, oh, you can't have this, you can't have that. So I put a thing on to say, I'm not happy with it. I want to return it because, and it had to be a little description. I put a description to say it's got a bent corner. It's got a bit of a knock there as well. I don't know if it's, yeah, you can see that there. It's not perfect. And I would expect something to buy, especially vinyls. I want them to be in perfect condition because I'm going to keep them in perfect condition. And how many people have had problems with other physical medias, with Blu-rays and all that type of thing getting damaged. So I thought, yes, I will get this one replaced. Put the thing in, press the button, immediately, yes, no problem. They sent us a code. I've got to take this one to the post office up the road. I've got a code for it, and I get my new one delivered today. And the reason why I think I can get a perfect copy is because the other 3 times I've got something from Amazon, I've got perfect copies with no problems at all because they've been packed in the right way. And they're prepared to not question me at all to say, why do I need a perfect copy? Well, obviously you do. Everybody who collects stuff wants the perfect version. If I went to the shop and there was 3 there, I wouldn't pick one with a bent corner. It's obvious, isn't it? But yeah, so I thought I would just make this because it's just it's a bit of a strange thing to have a company that's willing to accept. I would imagine that all other like boutique labels and stuff like that, if you had problems with it, they would make sure that they wouldn't be getting like caught out all the time by somebody might think I'm a bit picky, but I'm not really because this is my vinyl. I want it to be, nice and clean. I know that I'm not asking for a personal touch here because I know you don't get anything personal off Amazon. But I was really surprised to see how easy it was for me to say it. Now, they might have even said, take a photograph of the damage and see what it's like. And he might have says, look, we're not a tenner off. I know they wouldn't say that, but say if they did, and I might say, well, all right then, I might get this for a fiver. That's acceptable to me. Although I don't like to have anything like that in my collection because my collection, especially the brand new stuff, is all in mint condition. That's the way I want to stop it. Maybe I'm a little bit too sensitive of that because of the whole water damage stuff that I've got with my vinyls. Because as you know, I'm a big fan of my vinyls and I just want them in the best possible condition at this point, especially new stuff. So let's see what happens. So the new vinyl has just arrived now. This is the old box. It was delivered in yesterday, and I knew just by looking at it that there was problems with it. So the new one came today, and it looks like this, just like the other one used to look. So there you go. So heads up for you, if you're getting a vinyl and you don't get in one of these, you might want to think, right, this is one I might have to send back. So nurse, scalpel, thank you. If this is all it takes to get this to be over to me in good condition, why couldn't they have done this the first time around? It would have saved themselves a little bit of money, and every little helps. They must just like wasting money. That's all I can say. Now I'm looking at this is an even better box than the one that's delivered in. Look at this. None of that in the last one. So maybe it took that for them to just actually pack this up the right way. Let's hope they've got the right one in there. It says Kin vinyl. I know there's 2 different types of the Kin vinyl. There's a Mogwai one, and there's also another soundtrack one. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. Oh, Deep Joy. Right, let's just look at the corners here. Corners are good. There's the spine, if it focuses, which I don't think it will. Never seems to focus on there. This album's from 2018 actually. Now, the only thing I can say on there is a slight crease there. I'm not bothered about that because these things, you can get these things in the shop. And maybe the other one had a crease there as well. Maybe it's just the way that these things were manufactured in the way they were. I'm not going to harp on about that at all. And yeah, so it just shows you that if you complain enough, well, not complain enough, I just put a thing in. Obviously, I've still got to go and troll up to the shop and put the other one back in, but never mind. I'll give you a quick look at the other one again to just say that all that could have been avoided if it had been put in something that was, there's a little mark in exactly the same place, so maybe that's something that happens. So while I'm here, I may as well open this and you can see what's going on. So that's that opened. Look at the inside of that. It's actually jet black, quite unusual. There's a download card. I've got this on CD. But yeah, digital download card. Is that polylined? I think it is. Nice. Black vinyl, polylined. Obviously, I'll give this a clean before I put it on. I was wondering if this is going to be a good soundtrack album, because I have got it, but I couldn't remember all of the songs on it. But when I've listened to it, I have a quick flick through on the CD. Yeah, it's a great one. It says heavy vinyl, it feels really heavy. So, thankfully, this one's come through in a great condition. And that's another one to cross off the list for Mogwai. And an expensive, if they just put that extra cardboard box on it, probably they wouldn't have had any of these problems to do with replacing this one and me leaving a disgruntled comment about the fact of it just not being acceptable. So, there you go. That's Kin by Mogwai. And I do know anytime I will get stuff off Amazon, I don't want to get off too much off them, but if I see a good bargain there, I will pick it up. I will do exactly the same. And I would hope they would learn from this. I don't think they will at all. But it just goes to show if you've got anything from them and you don't like it, send it back immediately. But I'm really amazed at how quickly now they just say, no problem, I'll send a new one out. They must get tons of returns every day. And you think for that couple extra quid for that box, not even a couple of quid, pennies for that box, they would sort themselves out with having a proper transaction and they'll have no returns. That's just my views. So hopefully Amazon will learn from this. And to be honest, I don't think they will. I think this thing will happen time and time again. But I know I will be sending these back until I get a mint condition copy, which is the least you should expect from a transaction from them. So thanks for watching. You take care and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.